I'd like to give you an overview of the ArcGIS Online format here. The goal is to go through the apps and features of ArcGIS Online, and then kind of tie together the computer side and the phone and tablet, mobile device side of ArcGIS Online. So to access ArcGIS Online resources from your computer, the first thing you're going to need to do is head to just arcgis.com, and you'll sign in with your account. And once you've done that, you'll land on a splash page. This one happens to be the one for the Sustainable Southeast Partnership, but depending on who your account is linked with in your organization, your splash page may look a little bit different. You will have the same bars and options available to you here. So depending on where you want to go to, these are kind of key options within the online format here. So your content tab just allows you to access your online layers and pre-created map products and other things that you have in ArcGIS. So you can see within this structure there's actually a lot of content. This has been pretty built out now for both the Hoona Native Forest Partnership and the Kikwan Community Partnership. So you can see, for instance, our intrinsic potential models and identified stream opportunities. So you can see individual layers within the content tab, and then you can also see pre-created map projects. So for instance, when I click on this Humpback Creek project, it's going to bring up some more details of this, including the layers that are associated with that project, and if we had written a description, there would be one. And you can choose to open this up and look through this product. So again, this is all in content, the content tab of the page, and you have some default base imagery and everything, but now you can see aspects of the Hoona Native Forest Partnership loading here. Here's Hoona and beyond. So the content tab is your general browser for finding your files and everything else you need. There's some other sections of the online format that you'll need to know. Your organization tab is a key one. This allows you to manage who can see your data and who your organization is integrated with. So as a user, typically you need to be associated with an organization in order to get access to their content. So if you're not seeing content show up from, say, an agency partner or someone else, a good place to start is to look and see if you actually have access to that through the organization ID. Within that content tab before, there was a map. You can actually create, save, and share maps. So this, I'm back in the map table here, or map tab. This has some data already showing on it. Each of the layers that are checked over in this box on the left-hand side are the data that are showing within this map currently. And I can turn off or turn on new things within this map, and what I'm choosing to do or not to do right now is irrelevant really, but the main thing is that you can upload layers to here from as just shapefiles or from a geodatabase. You can also directly publish them from ArcGIS Pro if you have access to that. And once you've created the map that you want to use within your online applications, you can save the map, and that'll save it. So like for instance, if I go save as and I just say this is a test map, and I'm going to save this, this will actually show up in the content tab. I can show you that. You can see right here it's saying saving to my content. So this new map we've created will be in there. I'm just waiting for my internet to do its thing here. There we go. And you also have other options here, so you can share this, and depending on which sort of permissions you give, you can share the content of this map, and that's a really great way to send the data off to other partners who want to be able to visualize and see things. It's great for web conferencing and Zoom meetings like we're going to be doing. And the power of ArcGIS Online really comes from this ability to share online data and resources with members of your different projects and partnerships. It's pretty remarkable what they've been able to come up with. So I'm going to head back home here. This will bring us back to the original splash screen. There are some other sections of the other tabs you can play around in here, but really your content tab, organization, and map tabs are your most critical. And then the other thing within ArcGIS that's very important is access to your actual apps. So there's a whole bunch of apps in here. Not all of them are going to be pertinent to the training we're going to be doing, but we will be looking into Workforce, Survey 123, ArcGIS Online, the Quick Capture app down here, and maybe the dashboards map and the story maps, actually, depending on those. But those are some of the key apps that are important, and I'll just show you within Survey 123. So each of these apps has a computer end, or sorry, like a browser end, essentially a PC end, and then a mobile end. So I'm going to show you the Survey 123 app here on the back end. So as a user, I'm accessing Survey 123, and from here I have options to access surveys that are within my organization. You can actually see a lot of these surveys have records and other data within them. Typically surveys are created to serve a particular purpose. So if you need to do road surveys, fish surveys, vegetation surveys, you can create these surveys through this browser and then deploy them to mobile apps, so or mobile devices, so to your phone or tablets or other things. And you can collect the data offline, and then when you get back on a cell network, upload the data back to Survey 123. So it's really it's a really great tool to collect data. This Survey 123 form, creating a new one is really simple. We will be going through that later, and the I'll just show you within here. So if I go to this particular survey, I can actually start to see some of the data that have been inside, submitted here, the last date, things were put in here. This is not a very active form. It hasn't been used for a couple weeks. Right here, collaborate. So I just want to show you, so you actually, you don't have to deploy these survey forms to a mobile device. You actually can share this link to it and put it into your browser and have people enter data right on through their browser on the computer. The one caveat of this is it has to have online capability. You can't take this offline doing it this method, but it's still a pretty cool way to distribute a survey. You could use this as a way to distribute a survey through an online blog or a link, or actively be with people as they're taking this. So this is one way to share the survey. I want to show you the other way through the mobile app and through your Google Play or Apple Store. I guess in this case I'll be showing you from an Android perspective, but the premise is pretty much the same for an Apple phone as well. So note the name of the survey. We got road closure surveys, HTC lands. I'm going to open up here this is an emulator for an Android device, so even though I'm on my PC right now, this is going to give you a pretty good idea of what it will look like within the Android environment. So the first thing you need to do is go to Google Play, and you'll just search for the app. So ArcGIS Survey 123, and it's going to come up. Here it is. I've actually already installed it, so I have the option to open it here, but if you haven't installed it yet, you would do that. And when you open it then and sign into the app, you're going to see all sorts of options for you're going to need to download the survey essentially. So in the upper right hand corner, you can click on your initial icon, go to download surveys, and this will give you access to anything that has either been shared to you or created by you. And so what I'm looking for right now, actually I can just do a search for it. I'll just do a search for HTC. Here's the survey we were looking at before. So I'm going to download this to my device. Again, you'd be able to do this on your phone or tablet. I just happen to be doing it through a PC for a demonstration here. So you're going to download this to your device, and once you have it, it'll show up here. Here we go. So here's the one we just did, and you can actually go in and collect data. I'm not going to enter any records here, but this particular form, we have opportunity to collect the road number and location, information about the culverts, whether they're not they're blocked, how much fill's on them. It actually automatically logs a location, and then you have lots of options for recording images and notes about this site. So this is a nice basic form that's pretty powerful. Again, you would collect this in the field with your tablet or phone, and then once you get back on a cell network, you would need to upload the data to finish. I'm just going to close this one out without saving any changes. Flipping back here, so some of the other apps, just to show you again, you're going to need to install these on your tablet and device. So the Workforce app I'm back in my PC browser here. You can see it here. I'm going to show you again that through the Google Play Store. So just if you search for ArcGIS Workforce, that'll come right up, and you can see I have not installed this one yet. So I'll just do that right now. It's gonna have to do all the regular permissions and other things associated with apps in regards to access to location and access to photos and stuff. It looks like it is going to take a little bit here, so I'm going to flip out of the screen, but just to give you an idea, the Workforce app is going to take about 56 megabytes of space on your device. So a relatively light app compared to some. Great, and so there's you're going to want to do the same download for the Quick Capture app as well. So Quick Capture, Survey 123, and the Workforce app are the key ones that you're going to need to download on your device or mobile. And we're going to be going through how to use these more in future throughout the class today and the rest of this training period. So yeah, excited to do that with you all. I'm just heading back over to the home page here just to show you. It's kind of confusing. It's a little bit redundant, but if you do need to get back to your splash page, if you get kind of lost or buried, you always can just click on your apps tab and go back to ArcGIS Online, and that'll bring up the same splash page here. Well, great. That's a really quick overview of the ArcGIS Online survey, or forms, the app side of the forms, and then just the general content side and data sharing side of this, and we'll be diving into more soon.